My name is Marius, and I come from Madagascar, in a small town called Ihusi, where the cowboys are. And I'm the fourth in a family of five. We have 5 siblings, and my parents are teachers in Catholic school, and they are married for 35 years. When I was a teenager, I wanted to be in the army. That's because in our place we had a lot of robbers, because there are a lot of cows, so people steal cows like every week. You hear of cows lost, so people are complaining. So to be helpful for our society, most of the young boys wanted to be in the army to tackle this problem. So I wanted to be in the army. But later on, when I pursued my studies, I ended up to be a PE teacher. So I was a PE teacher for 2 years before going to the seminary. Yeah, while teaching for 2 and 3 years, I have come to a point of deciding my lifetime career. So I was asking to myself whether this is what I want for my whole life. So still thinking about that, one of the holidays, the end of the academical year, we had this first mass for first SVD from my hometown, because first Malagasy SVD is from my hometown. So I attended the first mass and the invitation for more young men to come to join their congregation. So I talked to him, but it was too late to join them. So I thought, oh, maybe this is not my call. So I renewed my contract as a PE teacher. And then, still thinking about it, I applied for the seminary to join the SVD. And then time goes and nobody answered the application. So I thought to myself, if by the end of this year nothing happened, I will pursue this career of teaching. Before the end of the year, it was Ascension Day. One of the vocation promoter came to my working place and came to interview me with my application and answering that I could join at the end of the final year. The nuns who were in charge of the school, it was them that I sent my application, so that because they knew the vocation promoter. So once I gave them the application, they knew what was inside the envelope. So they started to put me on the mood of being a seminarian, like putting me in charge of the catechism or the committee to fight against AIDS, but the Catholic committee, and also in the healthcare, the Catholic way. So putting me in that mood, the nuns were helping me a lot. Because I was still teaching, and then they called me that, can I come to your workplace to talk with you about your application and to interview you also, because they needed to interview me. And then they said, you are accepted, and then you can join when your teaching year finished. I entered in 2010. So as a process, we start with kind of, if you want, come and see. For 1 year, you join SVD community where they work to see how the missionaries are working. So that first year I was teaching in a remote area, which is a primary school for the SVDs. So I was teaching there for 1 year. It was a remote area and people don't want to go there. And as a remote area, there are a lot of young kids who has to go to school like 2 hours away. So the SVD built a 5-room school, but it's not yet opened officially. So I was a teacher before, so they needed someone who had an authorized paper to be a teacher. So they sent me there to open the school and to teach there also. I was entering the postulancy. So in Madagascar, we have this stage of formation: pre-postulancy, postulancy 3 years, and then go for novitiate for 1 year, and then theologate for 4 years. So after the 1 year I did as a teacher in SVD primary school, I went for the postulancy. So I did my novitiate in Ghana for 1 year, and then I professed the first vows 2 years ago, in 2016. And then they sent me here in Australia for my theological studies. So now I am in my first year of theology. It's not only spiritual life that we do in the seminary, but we have physical, like we do sport almost every day, especially when I was in Madagascar. Basketball at least 3 times a week. So it was balanced. Academically, we had more time for academic studies, especially here, books, library, online. Prayer life, I think what helps a lot is the Mass every day, spiritual direction and confession. We have our own confessor, spiritual director, so that helps us to improve this spiritual life. In the morning, the program is like this. At 7, we have Mass. We wake up before that. Sometimes we go for running, and then before 7 we have to be ready for the Mass. Then 7:45 we go for breakfast, and after that prepare for the class. And after class you may do some research, or you may go for your daily activity like washing, or you can set the table for the evening meal. And every day it's different. Like me, I go for ministry every Tuesdays. So I go to a place called Yarra Theological, where the homeless people are. So chat with them, make them feel at home, and be friendly with them. My several years of experience with the SVD taught me how the brotherhood is, how different people from different countries, different culture can be in one place, can live together. And they taught me also, this life taught me also humility, that we are all equal. We can live together, we can work together, and preferably for those who are less privileged in the society, like the homeless, like those who are poor, not always those who are advantaged in life, but most. If you're interested in Bible or justice and peace or communication or mission animation, you can contact first any of the Divine Word Missionaries members, priests or religious brothers. You can contact any of them, and it's easy to talk to them, so don't worry, don't hesitate.